So today we're going to take a look at a CAD vs. CAD battle featuring two of the fastest CAD speed modelers in the Too Tall Toby community. And be sure to stick around at the end of the video. I've got some announcements, including how you can enter the next CAD vs. CAD tournament and how you can save some money from our friends over at Xometry the next time you need to take your 3D CAD models and turn them into physical parts. Won the Model Monday Live leaderboard competition. Yeah. So now he's trying to win it again. He's trying to become the first user ever to win 2 years in a row. This is going to be interesting. All right, guys, listen. Take your time. Grab your screen captures. All the respect to both of our runners. This is going to be some really interesting modeling here. As always, let us know if the music is too loud, if the music is too quiet. This CAD vs. CAD battle featuring Rambros Workshop going up against Aaron C, our 2024 world champion using Fusion from India, going up against Aaron C, our 2024 Model Monday Live leaderboard champion using SolidWorks from the United States. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go! What is the mass of this part in XXX.X grams? I apologize. I think the clock might be... It's not covered. Let me see what that is. It's covering up a dimension. It is not covering up a dimension. That 26 dimension goes to the outside of the thread. I mean, it is technically covering up a slight dimension. Guys, good luck. Both of our runners are grabbing a screen capture. Both of our runners are jumping into the 3D CAD, and the clock is running. The clock is maybe slightly over our...
I think it'll be fine.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yep, both of our runners jumped into it. If you guys have a question on that, let me know. I think it's pretty obvious what that dimension is. Guys, this is one of my favorite parts in the entire... in my entire CAD career, I'm going to be honest. This is a 3D printed hex bolt. I've got the physical part here, 3D printed hex bolt, and I love this part. I love this model. Guys, if you draw this up, you can model it. The thing is, when it comes to creating a 3D printed thread, or really any thread, you have to be aware of some kind of fundamental best practices. And one of those best practices is that the sketch plane for your profile should always be perpendicular to your path. So what we're going to be seeing here is both of our runners getting in here, creating kind of the initial geometry, and then trying to figure out what they're going to do with that geometry. Are they going to be doing this as a thread on the outside or a cut? Are they going to be, adding material, removing material? This is a very cool model. Tamales says, too loud. Thank you. Thank you. We'll drive down that hype music. Warrior69 Fox says, recently changed over to Onshape from SolidWorks, and so many of the channels like this one has made it a breeze. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying the Onshape content.
Yeah. Shout out YouTube for making that green. On our side, it's green. On this stream, it's not green.
Oh, yeah.
But green for Onshape.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
Yeah.
Go YouTube. All right, guys, we're getting into it here. We're still locked in. We're just trying to get a couple of things in line here in the layouts. Thank you for the advice on the music. The music was a smidge too loud there. Hopefully that's better now.
It's funny seeing this part on stream because I've seen this part many a times in my life now.
Yeah.
It really has been a Too Tall Toby favorite for a while.
The 3D printed hex bolt is what's up. It's almost like a rite of passage. You got to know how to create these and how to 3D print these. And what makes it a little bit difficult when you're 3D printing something is the geometry of the thread isn't necessarily going to come from a library. Now, I modeled this in SolidWorks, in Onshape, and in Fusion in preparation for this match. And I got to tell you that modeling this in Fusion was the most difficult of the three. So I'm very interested to see how Rambros Workshop handles this. We can see that he's now looking at the geometry over on the left there, and he's trying to figure out what needs to be done to get that geometry into the desired state. You can see that he's got that thread there. I'll give the runners a little bit of advice here. The direction of the thread is very important. So make sure that you, when you're done creating your thread, maybe just take a moment, look at your front view, look at your side view, and just make sure that those threads are coming down. When I was testing it, I did the threads the wrong way one time, and I ended up getting actually out of spec. So just the direction of those threads has to match with the direction that's shown on the drawing.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little detail that like doesn't seem like it would make that big of a difference, but with the tolerance of 0.2 grams, it does.
It really does, yeah. So both of these runners, it looks like Aaron C was able to get in there and create a helix using SolidWorks. It looks like Rambros Workshop is getting in here and creating this using the method that I had to use, which is I had to make a coil and then use the outer edge of the coil as the path for my helix. And I think that may be just the way you have to do it in Fusion. You may have to make a coil as a solid first, and then you need to convert that to your 3D sketch. Use that in your 3D sketch, and that's exactly what I had to do, and it looks like Rambros is following in step there. Now, the other thing that Rambros is running into here, this maybe gets a little bit more nuanced, is that he may have to change some of the settings for his sweep. I ended up having to change the settings in my sweep. Not to give away too much, but this is a little bit of a nuanced part here, and it's a little bit different from SolidWorks. For me, what I had to do was I had to use an alignment option with the central cylinder of the bolt. So for some reason, yeah, that twisting that Rambros is running into, that's exactly what I ran into as well, and I was able to resolve that by changing the sweep option to use the to align that sweep to that central cylinder. I don't even remember what that option was called. Do you remember what that option is in Fusion?
I don't know. I'm mostly an
shape
guy.
It's like, it's not perpendicular. It's not parallel. It's one of the other options, like align to cylinder. I think that's what it's called. I think it's just called align to cylinder in the sweep command. So, Serial Sal saying, wouldn't it be the same regardless of thread direction? Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I think it must have to do with how it's intersecting with the body on the way down. But I was very surprised that it was different. Like, I finished the model and I thought, it was actually when I was doing it in Fusion, I finished the model and I was out of spec and I thought, oh, that must be. All right, Aaron C coming in with an answer, 47.85 grams, and that is not correct. Ooh. That is not correct. So that's going to be one opportunity from Aaron C to get this correct, and that opportunity now has been burned off. That is not correct within spec. So Aaron C doing that first model, he's going to now look over the model. He's going to try to figure out what was missing, what was wrong, maybe recalculate. Recalibrate.
I feel like every single time this happens, we say the exact same thing. It's like, oh, when this happens, it's always stressful because you don't know what went wrong and you were confident at first. But it really is a very stressful thing to do every single time. You guess wrong one time and it's just like, oh my gosh, I now got to look through everything, see if there's any little details. It's like you got to remodel the entire part again.
I think maybe one of the challenges is that you might find one thing that is wrong, but not know if it's the only thing that is wrong.
Yeah.
And Aaron C coming in with his second answer, 45.685 grams. And Connor, my answer was 45.7 grams. And so that is correct. Hey. And Aaron C earning the first point in this CAD vs. CAD grudge match. Congratulations to Aaron C. Well done, my friend.
Congrats.
Wow, wow, wow. Congrats. Well done. Well done. Very nice. And Rambros Workshop. So I hope you guys enjoyed that CAD vs. CAD battle. I always think it's so much fun to watch two wizards battle it out. And let me know down below what you enjoyed about this battle, and let me know what you learned from watching these two wizards. Now, if you want to give this model a try, if you want to give this 2D to 3D CAD challenge a try, this is your chance. You can go over to tootalltoby.com. You can visit us over there. We've got the Practice Models app. We've got a library of over 250 of these 2D to 3D CAD challenges. You can sort the challenges based on difficulty or based on the type of model that you're trying to create. And you can see up at the top of the library here, we've got a special section, our featured models section. Well, we're going to be adding all three of the models from the grudge match to that section. So that means anybody with a Too Tall Toby account can access these challenges and can do these challenges. And we're going to leave these three up there until the end of the month of December 2025. So check out the featured models section if you want to try and do these challenges. Challenge yourself against the clock. See how fast you can create these models. These are not easy models. models, guys. So if you can finish them in under 30 minutes, I think that's pretty impressive. But go ahead, give it a try with the clock. And if you finish it the first time and want to see if you can do it faster, you can use that try again function. Those are going to be up there until the end of the month, and that's part of a partnership with our friends over at Xometry. Xometry provides custom manufacturing on demand, which means that if you've got a 3D model in your CAD system, you can upload it at the site at Xometry and find out what it's going to take to turn that into a physical part made out of high-quality materials. This is a really cool service for our users, and Xometry is offering a very special coupon code, Toby40, where you can save 40% off your first order as long as you order before December 31st, 2025. The cool thing about this promo is that if you do take advantage of that coupon code in December, you'll get a special second coupon code to use in January 2026 to save 20% off of that order in 2026, in January 2026. So all the details for that are included down below and also are included here in the featured model section at tootalltoby.com in the library. And thank you so much to Xometry for continuing to sponsor our CAD vs. CAD battles and our CAD vs. CAD tournaments. And you can enter our next CAD vs. CAD tournament for free if you go over to tootalltoby.com and you check out the site tootalltoby.com/tournaments. We've got all the information about our next tournament, which starts in January. The final day of registration is also December 31st. A lot of stuff is coming to a close here on December 31st. And if you miss that deadline, it's okay. You can still check out tootalltoby.com/tournaments and get all the information that you need about the next tournament. We're having multiple tournaments next year, so you'll have plenty of chances to enter. And finally, I just wanted to mention that this CAD vs. CAD grudge match is an offshoot of our weekly live stream, Model Monday Live. We do a challenge every week for everyone in the chat. See how fast you can turn this 2D drawing into a 3D model and earn points on our Model Monday Live leaderboard. And at the end of 2025, after a full year of battling, Rambros and Aaron C had earned the exact same amount of points, 19 points. So that's why we decided to have this grudge match to try to settle the score. It was a lot of fun to watch these wizards. And if you ever want to join us, we live stream every Monday at 1 p.m. East Coast. We're on a little bit of a break now during the holiday, but we're going to get back up and running in 2026, and we'll be live streaming all year. So hopefully you can join us at the live stream. You can visit tootalltoby.com/calendar to set up all your calendar appointments so you don't miss any of these live streams, whether it's the tournament or Model Monday Live or anything else that we're doing on the site. All right, that was a pretty long announcement, but I appreciate you guys sticking around. Be sure to hit the like button, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to join us for the next CAD vs. CAD highlight battle.